Hello again and welcome. Yes, welcome to class number 674. I'm looking at the list of vocabulary. You see, this vocabulary booklet I designed in 1980 or 1981 with De Base Dos, a database program on computer. And I took a dictionary, English-Spanish dictionary, and I opened to page 1, and I looked down for relevant words I consider important for a foreign learner to know. And I categorized them in importance. Number 1 was very important. It's essential to know that word. Category 2, category 3, category 5. For example, category 1 is to go, the verb to go, or table, etc. That's category 1. Category 5 is maybe decepcionado, disappointed, you say, and in the middle. So these, and then second categorization was noun, adjective, adverb, preposition, verb, conjunction, I think, and that's it. And so it's a very, very good list. And with that list, I made this book, from the easiest to the most, from category 1, basically, to category 5. All right. It's interesting because I decided not to put the words in different subjects, Los muebles de la casa, table, chair, bed, etc. No, I just had to mix them because it's more fun. It's more dynamic. Just to mix them. And I was looking at the interesting mix here. Está hablando de algo serio y luego champiñones. Champiñones. Okay. All right. Number 1. This is list 22, page 146. All right. Moneda, coin. To flip a coin. To flip. Flip. Claro, flip is hacer. Saltos mortales is a flip. Flip. Yo flipo, that's Spanish. I flipped out. We say flipe fuera. I flipped out. You'll flip out. But this is to flip. Now to flip a coin, heads or tails. Heads or tails, colas. Heads or tails. Cara cruz. I always say tails. I always say tails. 95% of the people say heads. I don't know why I say tails. All my life, even when I was a little boy, 5 years old, tails. For some reason, my mind goes in a different path than the majority. You understand? El camino menos transitado. Siempre voy por ahí. I don't know why. All my life, even when I was a little boy. Moneda is a coin. Coin. También el verbo to coin is acuñar. Pero acuñar un dicho. Acuñar una expresión. To coin. So it's used figuratively. Moneda has a second meaning in English. It means la divisa de un país. El euro, el yen, el dólar, la libra esterlina. These are las monedas, but we say the currency. We don't say coin in this case. We say the currency. 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 Yes. Queja, complaint. No te quejes. Don't complain. Sin la T. No quiero oír tus quejas. I don't want to hear your complaints. ¿Tienes una queja? Do you have a complaint? You do. You say I'm going off on too many tangents. You want me to stick to the books. To stick, como pegar. To stick. To stick to the books. At this point in the course, supposedly you have enough English now to benefit from greater variety and more spontaneity. If I stick to the books 100%, there's much less variety and much less spontaneity. All right, and so I prefer, para no mimar en exceso al alumno, I think I prefer to go off on tangents and create a more natural, dynamic English. All right, queja, complaint. Me alegro, I'm glad. I'm glad all over, I'm glad. glad. Me alegro saber que estás bien. I'm glad to know you're okay. Lamento saber que tuviste el accidente. I'm sorry to know that you had the accident, but I'm glad to know you're okay now. I'm glad to know. Estado de ánimo, mood, el humor, de mal humor. To be in a bad mood, to be in a good mood, to be in a cost-cutting mood. 2 days ago. El jefe está de estado de ánimo de reducir costes. The boss is in a cost-cutting mood, so it's not the right time to speak to him. All right, champiñones, mushrooms. This word is impossible for Spanish people to pronounce. Mushrooms. They can't pronounce it. Mushrooms, como habitaciones. Mushrooms. Mushrooms se traduce primero como champiñones, but it's not true. Mushrooms are hongos, setas de la familia entera de los hongos. It's mushrooms. Mushrooms. Some mushrooms are poisonous. Be careful. When you go out you have nísculos, robellones, you have champiñones, you need to be careful. All right, mushrooms. Sometimes in the United States, for poisonous or dangerous mushrooms, we say toadstools. Taburetes de sapo. Toadstools. Aquí no se dice, ¿no? Okay, toadstools. But mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms at all. It's strange because when I was a teenager, yes, I really liked mushrooms. And suddenly, maybe when I was 20, 22, 20, I didn't like mushrooms. But when I came to Spain to eat setas a la plancha, I like these. But then 5 years or 10 years later, I didn't. Something strange in my system concerning mushrooms and things. There's something strange, and I don't know why. Extrovertido, outgoing. Extroverted and introverted. Extroverted. Aquí se dice extravertido a veces. Y creo que es lo correcto, but in English, extroverted, introverted. However, the word extroverted is perfect, but it's even better to say outgoing. Because extroverted is a psychological term, a term in the world of psychology. Outgoing means, just a person who's extrovertido, le gusta, who likes to be among people. He's outgoing. Outgoing. An outgoing person. Guisantes, peas. I remember I said to my son, tenía 3 años, ¿tienes más guisantes? He said, you want some more? I asked him, you want some more peas? And he said, yes, I want some more peas y caca. And so, okay, peas is the pronunciation. Peas. All right, so, peas. I like peas in Spain. In America, no. The vegetables, many times the vegetable, including peas, you prepare it rehogado con trozos de jamón. With pieces of ham. It's delicious. It's really, really good. And so I prefer peas in Spain than in the United States. The art of cooking vegetables to make them palatable is better in Spain than in any country in the world, in my opinion. Pero se está perdiendo. The new generations coming don't have the same art in the kitchen as the mother and the grandmother, all right? And things like that. Elogio, praise God. Alabado sea Dioses. Praise God. Praise. Quiero elogiar. I want to praise you for what you've done. Quiero elogiarte por lo que has hecho. To praise. No lo confundes con pray, que es rezar, orar. To pray. P-R-A-Y. Praise. Praise. Praiseworthy. Digno de elogio. Praise. Yes. To praise somebody is to say good things about that person. Elogio, presión, pressure. Under pressure, 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 pressure cooker. Olla a presión is pressure cooker. You know, teaching English, sometimes students say funny things. And it's a common mistake for Spanish students to say, él es, o mi padre es, my father is a cooker. No, my father is a cook. Mi padre es cocinero. My father is a cook, o soy cocinero, I'm a cook. Si dices I'm a cooker, es que eres una olla. So sometimes the English teacher will laugh. Say, no, you're not a cooker, you're a cook. All right, a cook. Materias primas, raw materials. Materias crudas, raw, R-A-W, raw, como la ley, law, pero con R, raw, is uncooked, not cooked. For example, steak tartare. Aquí se dice stick tartare. It's wrong. But everybody says stick tartare. And the waiters and the rest steak tartare. But stick tartare is so common that even people who know it's incorrect use the incorrect way. You say stick tartare, not steak. All right, steak tartare is raw meat, raw. Do you like raw meat? She likes raw meat. I don't like raw meat. I like rare steaks, yes. Rare means poco hecho, but not raw. You like steak tartare? Yeah, okay. I've never tried it. I'm just not attracted to raw meat. Raw. Raw. En este caso, en materias primas, it says raw materials. Raw materials. Son materiales que no han sido transformados en un proceso productivo. Raw, son materias crudas en esencia. Raw materials. Salsa, sauce. Sauce, como un sauce llorón. Sauce. What's your favorite sauce, Richard? I don't know. I'm not a big sauce. I like sauces, but I'm not a big sauce eater. In Spain, they don't use sauces too much. In France, yes, there are a lot of sauces. And in the United States, las salsas para las ensaladas. But we don't say sauce. We say dressing, vestimenta, vestimenta. ¿Qué vestimenta quiere usted para su ensalada? What kind of dressing do you want? In the restaurants in the United States, salad is often brought first as a first course. It's the most common first course in the United States, primer plato. They bring you a salad. Sometimes they bring you soup. And some restaurants offer you the option, soup or salad, sopa o ensalada. However, the waiters or waitresses say it quickly, super salad. Y un extranjero entiende una ensalada super, a super salad. What kind of salad? No, soup or salad. They super salad. Now the salad, you said, I'll have a salad, please. I'll have. Siempre cuando pides, dices, I'll have. O we'll have. Queremos o quiero, I'll have. I'll have a salad. The next question invariably in the United States is, what kind of dressing would you like on that salad? What kind of dressing would you like on that salad? Excuse me? What kind of dressing? ¿Qué tipo de vestimenta quiere usted en esa ensalada? What kind of dressing que es la salsa? Now here, you have a convoy, you know. Vinegar and oil, or oil and vinegar is the common dressing in Spain. However, in the United States and Canada, there are about 10 different options. Ranch dressing, blue cheese dressing, Thousand Island, de Mil Islas, Thousand Island dressing, French dressing, Western dressing. And so if you're not an expert, you have no idea. So before you travel in the United States, if you like salads, I would recommend that you look at an article about types of dressing and what they contain. Some of them are delicious, really, really good. Better than vinegar and oil and salt. All right, some really good dressings. Delicious. And I'm not a salad eater. But if the dressing is good, I'll devour the salad. Okay, let's go on. So, where are we? Guisantes, elogio, presión, raw materials, salsa, sauce. Sauce, sauce escrito, repito. Ahora, el platito que está donde el pan is called a saucer. Saucer, literalmente salsador. Saucer. Y los platillos volantes son flying saucers. Yes. Un platito volador. A flying saucer. Liso, smooth. Smooth operator. Yeah. You know, it's very smooth. This table, yeah, it's smooth, but not 100%. This is 100% smooth. Yeah. The skin on your underarm is smoother than on the upper. It's smooth. Smooth. He's very smooth. No es que él esté o sea lisa. Es que él es he's very smooth means he's como James Bond. He's very smooth. You know? Yeah. He's smooth operator, the song. You remember the song Smooth Operator? All right, smooth. It's a very nice word. Fabuloso, genial. Terrific, man, terrific, fantastic. Wow. Out of this world. Fuera de este mundo, out of this world. Terrific. Terrific. Terrific no tiene que ver con terror. Terrific means, wow. Genial, Dios mío. It's terrific. Terrific. When I was a little boy, 4 years old, 5 years old, on television every morning, there was a cartoon character, Tom Terrific. Tomás Genial. Tom Terrific. Y tenía un embudo al revés, it was his hat. Yeah. And when he had a good idea, he had an idea. Yeah. Woo! Steam came out of the top of his budo invertido. Steam, because he had a good idea. So I was a little boy and I was learning to think creatively, like Tom Terrific. And he had a dog, el poderoso Manfredo, Mighty Manfred, el perro maravillas. It was Mighty Manfred, the wonder dog. And mine was, he was a lethargic dog. And it was Tom Terrific. I have an idea. Manfred. Mighty Manfred, the wonder dog. Okay. And Tom Terrific. All right. Genial, fabuloso, increíble. Fabulous. Fantastic. Terrific. Garganta. Throat. Throat. Deep throat, dark throat. Throat. Yes, a sore throat. Está de acuerdo con, to agree with. I agree with you. I agree with everything you say. Yeah, we always agree, Marta. Manolo and I, we always agree. We agree on everything. You know, he prefers white tables, and so do I. Yeah. He prefers classical microphones, and so do I. Yeah. He keeps his cell phone always silenced, and so do I. And he believes that heaven exists, and so do I. All right, so do I. So we always agree. I agree with him, and he agrees with me. We agree on everything. You agree with people, you agree on subjects or ideas, etc. All right, asegurar, verificando. Okay, asegurar, verificando, to check on. I'm going to check on it. I'm going to check on him. ¿O está Manolo en su despacho? I don't know, I'll check. Pero está haciendo bien las cosas. Well, I'll check on him. I'll check on him. Exagerar, exaggerate. You know, I've always, when my son was very small, I always told him, he exaggerated about everything. And finally I said, Jack, I've told you 1,000 times not to exaggerate. And so I was exaggerating too. To exaggerate, exagerar. To exaggerate, exaggeration. Abandonar, tirar la toalla, to give up. I give up. Teaching English for 48 years is only for the craziest people imaginable. To spend 48 years of your life trying to help other people learn a language. And they resist, eh? Yeah. So sometimes I strangle my students, sometimes I threaten, and sometimes I pray. I beg. Beg es implorar, rogar, o sea, suplicar, please learn English. Come on, study more. Make a stronger effort. All right, but I'm not going to give up. We shall never surrender. I will never give up. I'll never give up. It's así, no debería tirar la toalla. Should I give up? No. To throw in the towel. All right, to give up. Ocultar, esconder. To hide. To hide. Yeah. I'm trying to hide, but it's very difficult these nights to hide from you. You can see me, right? Even if I try to hide myself. What I really like are little girls, 3 years old. And for example, I'm in a department store, and I see a friend of mine. Maria, how are you? Eso será la pequeña Maria, ¿verdad? And she hides behind her mother's skirt, you understand? And that's very bashful. She hides behind, to hide. To hide is también ocultar tus sentimientos, tus feelings, to hide your feelings. To hide. Somebody is knocking on the door. Somebody's knocking on the door. I wonder who it is. Somebody is knocking on the door, like this. Can you hear it? They stopped. I wonder who it is. I wonder who it was. ¿Quién será? ¿Quién habrá sido? Bueno, ya no están. I wonder who it is. Ahora ya no suena. I wonder who it was. Fíjate primero. It. If you don't know if it's a male or female, we say it. ¿Quién será? I wonder. Y dice wonder. Me pregunto, ¿quién es? Literalmente. ¿Quién ello es? I wonder who it is. I wonder who it was. Not anymore. All right. Abandonar, ocultar, no hacer caso is to ignore. Ignórale. No le hagas caso. Yes. No hay mayor desprecio que no hacer aprecio. Así que ignore him. He doesn't exist. Yeah. Yeah. I remember a story. Pobre Bolivia, el país Bolivia. In the 19th century, in England, Queen Victoria was with, I think, Benjamin Disraeli or Gladstone. She was with the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister said, Your Majesty, Bolivia has declared war on England. Yeah. Bolivia ha declarado la guerra contra Inglaterra. He said, Bolivia has declared war in England. And she said to Disraeli, the Prime Minister, can you show me Bolivia on the globe? And they had a big globe of the world. And he said, here. And he said, here's Bolivia. And she said, oh, okay. Here, let me get this ink, tinta. And she covers it. Bolivia doesn't exist anymore. Can you believe it, Queen Victoria? Okay, soberbia. But in any case, that was the story. I don't know if it's true or not, but I read it, so it's very possible that it's true. All right. So, no hacer caso is to ignore. Ignore him. Me estás ignorando. You're ignoring me. Why? I exist. Yeah. Teruel existe. Don't ignore Teruel. It's true that the press, you never read anything about Teruel. The only thing people in Spain know about Teruel is los amantes de Teruel. However, Teruel is very interesting. The capital is very interesting, and the province is very interesting. I mean, you have Albarracin. Have you ever been to Albarracin? It's one of the best places in Spain. One of the most interesting villages in Spain. Very famous in history, Albarracin. And it's a candidate to become a UNESCO location. And then you have Alcañiz. And then you have Calanda. Luis Buñuel is from Calanda. And in Calanda, every year they have the drum festival, the festival. Thousands of people beating drums. And then you have Alcoriza. And then you have Andorra de Teruel, with the highest chimney in Spain. It's higher than the buildings in Madrid. And so there are a lot of interesting, and geographically, it's very interesting. So, for me, Teruel exists, but many people ignore it. I recommend in your next long weekend, go to Teruel. Make a reservation in a hotel in Albarracín or in Teruel capital and drive around Teruel. It's a very, very interesting place. Y la expresión ir de picos pardos comes from Teruel. Mm-hmm. Do you know the origin of that? Yeah, okay. It comes from Teruel. All right, so pasar la pelota is to pass the buck. But I'm out of time. I can't pass the buck to anybody today because I don't have time. But I'll do it tomorrow.